This is John Neal for River City Sports. I'm here with head coach of the Howard Hustling Tigers, Coach Mark Teague. We're previewing our game of the week. Coach, we joked a little bit about both teams being 0-6, but I know it's all business for you coming out here on a Tuesday afternoon. How do you feel right now about your team, maybe some ups and downs of the season, and what y'all need to do this Friday to get that first win?
Well, the biggest thing that we have to do, we've got to get some consistency on offense as far as sustaining drives. A lot of our scores are lopsided in a lot of games we've been playing. And mainly it's been attributed to our defenses on the field too much. We have way too many 3-and-outs. So that's what we've worked on this week, is making sure we just focus on sustaining drives. The downside, we've had a lot of injuries. We've lost almost our entire backfield. We've had to shuffle a lot of people. That's hurt us as well from a depth point of view. Defensively, we're real young. We're playing people that are out of positions because the injuries in the backfield has kind of made its way over the defense. The positives out of it, our kids have been upbeat. They're not looking at it. They're not looking at their record right now. They're looking at the fact that we still have a full season to play. Anything can happen. That's one of the things I've stressed to the coaches: keep them off the scoreboard, keep their eyes off the scoreboard, and just keep fighting, keep playing. And we saw a little bit of that come out in the Lancaster game. They kept playing, and a break here or there, and that game would have been different.
And Coach, Coach Turner over there at Tyner's been running the same system for year in and year out. He keeps getting success with it, but they're also 0-6. But what concerns does a Coach Wayne Turner's team might have for y'all this Friday?
One of the things that concerns us is Tyner's going to always be Tyner. They're going to have size, they're going to have speed, and they're very, very aggressive. They're very aggressive, and that's one of the things that we've tried to talk to our kids about this week, is matching their aggressiveness because they're going to come. Coach Turner doesn't hold anything back. He's going to send his players. He's going to fire off and come at you, and our guys got to be up to the challenge.
And, Coach, being the defensive coordinator over there at East Ridge last year, you've seen him before. Have you seen anything on film this year that's maybe something new that he might be running with maybe his quarterback or in his backfield, having a whole new backfield? Tell our viewers, is there anything new that we might expect from Tyner?
No, Coach Turner does what he does. Last year at East Ridge, he came out in a multitude of formations. I remember last year in scouting him and breaking down film, it was a handful for our scout team to match up in all those different formations. We're teaching our kids this week that be ready for any and everything. I told my defensive coordinator that and playing a team like Tyner who can be multiple and still come out in the things they've always had success with, we just got to be sound fundamentally. At the end of the day, when teams come out in those various formations or and come out and doing things they've always been done, at the end of the day, play your technique, play your assignments, and defense will take care of itself.
This is John Neal for River City Sports, speaking with one of the most talented defensive minds in the area. He'll have something for Tyner come Friday, hopefully getting that first win, but we'll have complete coverage all week on our site. Go follow all our social medias, and you can also find Coach Mark Teague on Twitter if you want to follow some of the Howard stuff down here. But, Coach, look forward to Friday night.
All right.
This is John Neal for River City Sports. I'm here at Howard High School here at Reggie White Field with someone who's also supporting the Power T, and Taylor Ellis. Was that a coincidence today, Taylor? We don't. I'm wearing some orange as well. Maybe not as bright as the Tennessee orange, but we're here covering the Tigers today in our game of the week, which features the Howard Hustling Tigers versus the Tyner Rams. Both teams coming in 0-6. Taylor 0-2 in the district. It's been a tough season for both teams. Both teams have very hard schedules going in, but what did you see today from the Tigers on a defensive standpoint and offensive standpoint that might give some people some optimism going into Friday?
Sure. As far as defensively today, the big thing that I took from it is the guys are taking that extra time to get things right going into a very tough game they've got against Tyner this weekend here. Breaking it down as far as if you have a bad rep on scout team, breaking it down, what are you supposed to do on this play, figuring out exactly what Tyner's trying to do on offense and trying to prevent some of the explosiveness that could come from the Ram offense.
And, Coach Teague wasn't hesitant to express one or two missed tackles has led to some of those blowout losses for the Tigers, and maybe if they can get that a little bit more discipline, a little bit more fundamental football Friday, they might be able to control that wing tee attack that Coach Turner is so widely known for. But on the offensive standpoint, we watched him a little bit. What do you like from him? Just off a quick observation, I would have to say blocking at the receiver slot. They're not shy to tell you if you're going to keep doing the same thing you've been doing, they're gonna take you out. So I think offensive coordinator DJ Hazelray's got a formula going in. But what did you take for the offense?
As far as the offense goes, a lot of pads popping, as far as from the receivers, the offensive line. They ran a couple of quarterbacks today at offense today, running team, just to, if Tyner throws something at them that they feel like they can throw the next guy in there, they want to, go ahead and practice that. So they've got that going. But overall, just on offense, it looks like everybody was really clicking, getting into it today. A lot of energy. You can hear them yelling boom in the background here for us. So it's something that I think that they really are anticipating playing a very good opponent this Friday, and they really are preparing for it.
I mean, Tyner is no one to take easy. They were 0-6 last year, and then ended up rolling off 4 wins in the district, ended 4-2, and had won in the second round of the playoffs. So I don't think Coach Teague's taking them lightly. Saw him last year at East Ridge when he was the defensive coordinator. But let's talk a little bit about a couple of the players, Taylor. I know you haven't seen them as much as I have, but you got to really like what you've seen from Qua Porter, number 1 out here. He got some reps at quarterback today, which is interesting. I know Coach Teague talks about rolling in, but I spoke with you before we got here, and youth, inexperience. What do you think an inexperienced team might need to do? Maybe some keys that they need to do to be able to beat a Tyner.
Sure, like you echoed, it is a very young team out here at Howard. They've got a lot of their key positions are juniors, sophomores playing, and as far as something that I think they could benefit from as far as their youth is really, I mean, they haven't been in an experience like this yet. They've got nothing left to lose. I mean, you're playing for your first win of the season, not only this Friday, but also a district win. And like you said last year with Tyner, you get a couple of district wins rattled off, and you can, be up here on top of your district, even though your out-of-region schedule looks a little bit poorer. But I think, as far as the younger guys, if they can play together, if they can, keep all the distractions out of the way for a big game that'll be here Friday night, I think it's something that they can possibly overcome, get that first win of the season.
And I mean, Taylor, we've been to a lot of good rivalry games here in the last couple of weeks, with McCallie topping Baylor last week and Notre Dame finally topping Signal Mountain. We've seen East Hamilton and Ooltewah, but we've never seen a Tyner or Howard. I'm looking forward to it. I know you'll be over there. You're going back to McCallie this week to see them play Brentwood Academy. But as long as a rivalry, I'm real interested to see what Howard and Tyner can bring to the table. I'm looking forward to getting out to Tyner as well. But I believe it might be that final game that Coach Teague, that W that he's longed for here. And but folks, don't let it fool you. Howard does have some very good athletes here at Howard, and they're young, they're inexperienced, but they're working daily to get better. And we look forward to seeing them Friday night as they take on the Tyner Rams at a 7:30 kickoff here at Reggie White Field.